Welcome to On the Line. Today, I am joined by UFC newcomer in the lightweight division. It is Terrance McKinney, my man. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's cold outside, but we in the heat.
I know, it's cool enough. Luckily, you get to fight here soon in a nice and warm city. But so the first thing I got to ask you is, a couple days back, you tweeted, when you start getting a little fame, everyone in your inbox trying to get in your pockets, wanting a piece of you. I immediately messaged you like 2 hours later. I wanted to get a part of that clout. So how often do people what are people reaching out for? Like, what's all going on with that?
Oh, so he just always asks like weird questions, and I was like, man. Then I just tell him I'm a broke UFC fighter. I said, you guys know Dana don't pay us.
And I know Dana at least hooked you up though with that extra bonus. So I'm not gonna ask what it is. It's not my business. But he at least hooked you up a little bit. Even though
he hooked it up a little bit. Yeah.
Robbed you that performance bonus. That was some bullshit. 7-second knockout.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course. But like Kevin Holland said, really, as long as you stay active, you're gonna get the money you deserve.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to. If I get the first round finished, I'm fighting again in December.
Shit, fight again in a week. Yeah, let's see what Lupe Godinez is doing right now as we're doing this interview. But also, speaking of being a clout goblin, like I just said, you put your name in the hat for the Dan Hooker fight. If Nasrat couldn't make it, were you the backup, or kind of like where were you at in that process?
I was just in the Vegas at the Apex doing some testing, and I wasn't too far away from the weight class,
so you're ready to go just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Why not?
Okay, no confirmation on that. All right. So also, again, this is my last little question about being a little clout goblin, but are you aware that you don't have a Wikipedia page? And don't you think that's kind of bullshit?
That's crazy. I don't even looking at once the time do come and I have one, it's the documents on there is gonna be crazy,
Dude, that's gonna be a popular one. I mean, you got a pretty crazy ass story, but no, let's get the people going. Let's get a Wikipedia page for Terrance. I'm not that tech savvy, but there's people out there who can pull that off.
There's people out there that can get it done.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the debut. We've kind of hinted at it. You came out there, you finished this dude in 7 seconds, and I mean, let's be honest. Like, when you threw that punch, you're like, this is gonna knock him out, or like, oh, this is like we're setting something up here. Like, what was going through your head in that process?
I was surprised. I knew it was landing clean. When he dropped, I was like, damn. And I stepped back because I thought he was gonna counter, but I saw him going down, and I didn't care about hitting him after that. I knew it was over. Like, when it landed, I knew it was over. But
so that's like that feeling you get when you hit someone the proper way.
Yeah, I knew it was clean. Like, once it landed, though. I was like, but just in case he was gonna like go throw a hit as he's falling, I step back.
You never know. There's you don't know with every ref too. A little bit different with the stoppages. You just gotta keep going until they pull you off. Yeah.
I wasn't even looking to land like any of the shots after that. I knew it was over.
Oh yeah, I think everyone knew it was over. It's just a matter of the finishing touches.
I was just looking at the ref. I was just trying to hit.
You ever see the time when I know Gaethje knocked out? I think it was Cerrone, and like he was like, "Dude, you need me to keep throwing more punches." He just kept hammering him down. Just kept looking at the ref like, "What else do you need me to do?" Like that. I feel like that kind of stuff's kind of out of hand. Where you're like, "Dude, come on!" Like he's obviously done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So do you? This is a weird question. Do you think you finished that fight too fast?
Nah, I couldn't ask for a better debut.
Oh yeah. It was 7 seconds. It was quick, but I mean, you fought in about 14 fights. You have less than 30 minutes of cage time. Like, that's pretty wild for a fighter. Like, you've barely even been in the cage yet. You've won so many fights at this point.
Yeah, it's because like I'm either you knock me out or I knock you out. I don't play games. Like, I see it like this. If you really in a fist fight, no fight should last over five minutes, in my opinion.
Okay, I love it. I think the fans love it. Love it.
If we really trying to kill each other, you feel me? Like, how many street fights you see go 25 minutes? Nah, man.
Bro, they last 30 seconds.
When you really scrapping, trying to really hurt someone, no fight should be over 5 minutes, in my opinion.
I agree. So I think what's really lost in the entire thing is obviously you have the 7-second finish. You have your really cool story, but like, you fought the week before. Like, this wasn't like you were like kind of in the lull waiting for a fight. You literally fought the week before and finished the dude.
Yeah, knocked him out.
Did you have any idea whatsoever that the UFC was going to come knocking at your door for the week after?
Yeah. I knew the UFC was going to call because I had a crazy knockout from the guard. and people my size usually are knocking people out from the guard, and I knocked them out from the guard.
Okay, so like no, what I meant like is like did you know that you were kind of on obviously the Contender Series you lost, but like you started getting a couple more wins. Did you know that the UFC was going to reach out? Did they kind of tell you like, hey man, if someone backs out, we're going to bring you in, or is it kind of like they just kind of?
I trusted my management, and I told them like I was like, yo, I'll take any short notice UFC fight because I knew I was fighting on LFA, and that's like, and it's in a UFC fight pass, so I know the UFC was watching. So I was like, I just got to perform, and I had a 17-second KO there, and then a knockout in the guard over 2 tough opponents. I knew the time was coming after that, so I just stayed.
It was a matter of time. I mean, you were finishing guys. You're getting better. Have you practiced jumping off of cages though?
I actually did. You know, I'm getting there. You have to do something crazy. It's gonna be in Lily.
Okay. So after the fight, you did an interview or whatever, and you said, I didn't want to go back home because it'd be crazy. So you stayed in Miami. Bro, you stayed in Miami because you wanted to party. You wanted to go to Miami to party a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I finally got a chance to have a break, so it was nice, man. But I also didn't want to. I'm like, this is like it's a big, decent sized city, but like everyone knows me, man. So I was like, oh, I was gonna let it die down either way, like go somewhere.
I'll never die down. Come on, man. You got that crazy finish. You're rising in the UFC. They're always going to be there. And so you've said it before in many interviews that McGregor is kind of the guy you look up to and you want to be like the new McGregor, but not in terms, and that's in terms of like your performances. You want to finish guys fast, quick, kind of have this mystique behind you. In terms, well, no pressure or anything. Everyone who's been on the podcast so far is undefeated. We're 5-0. No big deal. So there's a little bit of pressure there on you. But I hope you got a good call out though.
It ain't nothing I ain't used to, man.
Oh fuck yeah, I love that. So another thing no one again knows about you, kind of like bringing this stuff up because again, like your career in general has just been kind of crazy. You broke your leg like Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva, and then you landed a takedown in a fight. At what point did the ref notice that your leg was broken, or did you kind of tell him like, "Hey, dude"?
I told him.
You told him?
Yeah. I was like, my God, my leg's broken.
Was it floppy? Was it like the actual like floppy leg?
It was floppy, dude. It was floppy. It was disgusting.
Oh my God! And you fought 6 months later. You fucking savage.
Yeah, I probably knocked out a UFC fighter too.
Who was it?
His name is Bobby McIntyre. He knocked out Julian Rosa.
Sheesh! Look at you, breaking your ankle, getting all floppy, coming out, finishing dudes all over.
A top guy in like 6 months.
Yeah, that's bitch weight for you. There's nothing for you. So I don't even know how long we're into this, and I've tried not to talk about it, but is this the longest you've ever gone without talking about your story and talking about kind of, you know, how you died twice and now you're here?
I had to talk about it so much now. It's crazy. Look, when it did happen, dude, I was like, damn, I fucked up. This shit. Damn, but I didn't want to go to jail, so you know, I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. I was like, I'll talk to high school, play the video, but man, I was hurt. I was like, damn, I gotta do better. This sucks. I gotta do all this, but I was like, better than being in jail. That's all I was thinking.
Hey, and then I mean, look at you now. That's how you got to look at it. So I know, is that what's going on? So obviously, and I've seen lately, you've been doing a lot of like videos and such like that. Is this all, or is like, does it ever get tiring having people ask you about it? Like having like almost every single time you do an interview or time you do like video shoot, they always ask about it. Is that ever a part like, dude, let's talk about my performances, but I got a pretty cool story, but let's talk about the performances.
Nah, it's, you know, if people want to know, I'll let them know. It does get like old, but at the same time, that's what's gonna make me money. So like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so we made it this far. I have asked some pretty stupid ass questions, but I got some really dumb ass questions that I can get away with asking because I'm preferencing they are dumb. So the first question I got is, what's the proper way to spell your nickname? So I know on Instagram and all that you have TRex, like, you know, like a wreck, but then in your home, like back home, is like it was Rex, like a dinosaur. What's the correct way to spell it?
This is because like I wreck shit when I'm in the cage. I'll go out there and wreck. I was T-Rex in high school though, because I was a skinny little short kid. Then I like got tall out of nowhere with some long ass arms.
Okay.
And I used to just And I would wrestle. My stance was like a T-Rex. So I was like, I didn't really know how to wrestle at first, you know?
Okay. So it is the proper way to spell is T-WRECKS, obviously.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. I love it. So I've heard through the grapevine you love Church's Chicken. This is something I heard from
Yeah.
UFC Unfiltered. If you had to rank the fast food chains, what would you be your top 3? So obviously Church's is number 1. What are the next 2?
I do love me some Popeyes too. Then Taco Bell.
Taco Bell chicken, really?
No, not Taco Bell chicken. But
No, I'm not talking about fast food. I'm talking about the fried chicken establishments. Very fine dining.
All right, then KFC's last.
Okay. I was gonna say I've never had Church's, but I've had Popeyes, had all that, had Raising Cane's. Oh, all fantastic. But Church's is just nowhere close to me, which sucks. But nothing you can do about it.
If we're talking about Raising Cane, I'll put that above Popeyes.
Oh, dude, I love Raising Cane's. You can't beat it.
So
straight up 1-on-1, you versus Chiesa, who wins?
That guy can't speak on it, man.
All right, I thought I'd try. All right, so
as a fighter, I never would think I'm gonna lose, like, period, in general. You know?
So okay, I got that answer. I will put that in the clickbait headlines. So what's more satisfying for you? I think I know the answer to this, but it could be different. Choking someone out or knocking their lights out?
Knocking someone out, man. Once I started knocking people, I was like, it feels different when you put a man out. Oh man, you feel like the guy, straight up.
Literally feel like God.
Anytime I knock a dude out, I was like, that's 50 G's. That's all I'm thinking in my head. I was like, this is baby. That was 50 G's, yeah.
When did you this is kind of weird. So like at what point in your career did you realize you had the power in your hands? Because I know a lot of wrestlers, usually you guys just grapple, but then as you develop your skills, a lot of guys realize they have kind of rocks for hands. When did you realize you had rocks for hands?
Everyone always told me I hit hard. It was more just came with like start my stand. I just wanted everything crispy before I started risking just trading, and I was just trying to take the least amount of damage before I got to UFC. So that was really why I was wrestling a lot and just submitting people, because I wanted to avoid damage. Because why get in these wars when I'm not in the UFC yet? Why get my face touched up?
Smart, very smart.
Now that I'm in UFC, I get to 50 G's on knockout. So that's why I've been doing it now, because I knew I was about to get in UFC this year. I truly believe it.
And if you get rocked a couple times, that's an extra 50 G's. That's 100 G's right there. So if you trade shots, fight of the night, performance of the night, bam, you get it all.
You feel me? Get the knockout.
Yeah.
All periods. So I'm always looking to finish the fight, like I said. So
the Gaethje path.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if you lose, you got 50 G's. I'm trying to be like that.
Become a fan favorite. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. And then as you rise too, worst case scenario, if you need to get a path to victory, you got the wrestling. You're gold to go. Good to go.
Exactly.
So
I am eventually move up to 170.
You what?
I'm eventually gonna move up to 170.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only want to stay 155 maybe for like one more year.
Okay, so I was going to ask that because you moved up from featherweight because the cuts suck, so you want to move up all the way to 170.
Yeah.
So how is it? Do you just not want to cut it all, or are you or are you like putting on muscle right now?
Whatever weight they are, and that's what I want to eventually like show the world. Like, let's just all be healthy, fight at what you are.
Okay, I've noticed that's starting to become a very, very popular trend. A lot of guys are wanting to go into that like healthy weight, don't really want to worry about cuts, which don't blame you.
I'm trying to go crazy. If I get a top 10, I know by the end of next year, if I call out the right fights, I can get the title like next year, honestly.
All right. We'll see. I'm excited. Hey,
I'll do something crazy, man.
Oh, here's a question. So like whenever on Twitter, like I know you still say that all the time, and then you have a bunch of people like you don't really think you can beat so and so. Like, bro, you're a fucking cage fighter. Like, yeah, you think you can beat them. Why would you say that? Like, what?
Exactly. That's what made McGregor so dangerous. She believed it, man. Like the best people, they believe it, and that's what makes it different, Actually, any great person, like they never think they're going to lose, and that's what makes them different.
Because if you go in there thinking you're going to lose, you're going to lose. Like, and that's
there's going to be self-doubt, and there's going to be things that go wrong, and then like get in people's head and shift the way of their performance.
Exactly. Like once you lose one, it's like, and then if you try to adjust too much to the other person and everything else, once you lose that headspace,
and then like maybe they're getting ahead of you, you know, because you're thinking too much, you know. But like I said, I'm not thinking off there. I really treat it like life and death. We're going to war, you know. I'm on point. Like, let's get it right away. As soon as the hand touch, I'm not I ain't dancing around for no 50-second first. We kick each other leg. No, like I'm looking to take people's head off, bro.
So how long did it? So again, going back to the leg break, how long did it take you before you started throwing kicks again? Were you kind of confident in it, or did it take you a little bit of time before you're like, I'll throw
a
kicks?
Little bit. It took me a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I ain't trying to ever kick again. I remember it made me want to wrestle even more. I was like, I can't get nothing happen on the ground. Too dangerous there.
What's so do you so how so like was there a point, so this is still when you're in the regional scene, how many fights did it take for you to feel confident to throw them in a fight? Was it like right away after the like that first fight back when you knocked the dude out, or was it a fight or two after?
I started throwing kicks like kind of heading into the contender series.
Okay.
After that fight, the kick pretty hard again.
And then now it's just everyday stuff. You're just fine.
Yeah,
What's your here's kind of a weird question. What's your favorite thing to condition on? Like, when, you know, obviously you got to condition the elbows, got to condition everything, you know, prepare. What's your favorite thing to condition your stuff, like your limbs on?
I just do like wrestling because it's just like full body workout. And then I work on my arms because if I can throw punches hard, like in the third period, in the second and the first.
Okay. Right. I'm talking about like the elbows. You got to condition the elbows so they don't bleed every time you fucking drill somebody, you know? Like Tony Ferguson type shit where you just like bangs.
I don't do none of that, man.
Don't do none of that.
I think that shit goofy as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
So I've seen Stephen Thompson does like leg kicks and stuff where he tries to condition like his shins and stuff.
Yeah. Like that kind of stuff, sort of. Not really, man. I don't
Don't do any of that.
Think like this. Like, as soon as that fight starts, adrenaline's a bitch, bro. Like, I don't feel jack shit once that bell rings and I know I'm about to get cracked and shit. Like, my adrenaline's through the roof. Like, I feel like I'm powerful as fuck. I don't feel nothing.
When how long after a fight will you start feeling the effects of like being in a fight? Like, for you, because I know it's different for everyone. Like, when does the adrenaline start to run off?
As soon as I leave out the cage, you know? Yeah, I started feeling shit I didn't even know. I was like, damn, I hurt my hand.
What's the worst injury you've gotten? Obviously, leg injury is the worst. But like, what's a injury you picked up in a fight you didn't realize you had until after? Like, people like Wilder, for instance, this past weekend broke his hand. Like, what's something you've came out with? Like, yeah, shit, I broke this or whatever.
Nothing like that besides like when I kicked the dude in the leg.
Yeah, that'll take the cake.
But more wrestling, like when I used to train at jiu-jitsu with Mike Kessa, like he landed on my shoulder and I tore my labrum and fractured the ball in my shoulder.
Really? Oh,
yeah, that's the first injury I got training though. And I still fought on the contender series because I still thought I could win, to be honest, bro.
Hey, that's the mindset you gotta have though, right?
No, that's bad, bro. I gotta be smarter next time, G. I was injured.
No pull-outs. No. I know
I was crazy, but now I don't do that. Now I'm in the UFC, I'm gonna take care of my body. If it's not feeling right, then
gotta be smart.
I got smart. Like, this is my career now, so it's different.
I mean, look at Till. I mean, obviously, he's people kind of think he pulls out of every fight, but he gets hurt in every fight. He tore his ACL before Brunson. I mean, it's all by the way his body looked. Like, he wasn't right, and it's just
exactly. He still showed up out there.
Yeah, you can't. At a certain point, you got to be like, hey, man, I can't perform at the best of my abilities. It's better for my career if I pull out. Like, it's
but he wants some bucks.
No, well, yeah.
That's why he still showed up. He should have healed though.
Yeah, he should have. Well, luckily England loves him, so I mean, hey, sponsors, but you can only do so much with sponsors. Exactly. Speaking of Till, you've met him, and there's a lot of other people who have met you. Like, after your fight, you met a ton of people, and like, you were a fan first, and now you're meeting all these people you're looked up to, or like your favorite fighters. Who was the person that you're like, oh shit, dude, that I'm kind of starstruck? Like, who was the most starstruck you were?
Adesanya. I got to meet him, man. I was stoked.
Dude, he's so cool.
He's cold.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's so filthy.
He's what was it? I love my favorite thing about Adesanya is like how he went up to light heavyweight, he lost, and everyone's like, all right, Vittoria's gonna beat him because he's just gonna wrestle. It's a different game between 205 and 185. So it's just
like,
they doubt him. They doubted our boy.
He was on it.
He's so good. He's so
He's
good.
too good. Yeah, he got way better on the ground too. He was ready.
He's always ready. All right. And so another thing too is growing up, you moved all across the country. You've been all over the place. Out of all the places you've lived, obviously you live in Washington. What's been your favorite place to live so far?
Frankensburg, Germany.
Really? You live in Germany? I didn't know you went across overseas.
Yeah.
Damn. What was that like?
They had like beautiful churches out there. It was just nice. Like I came when it was snowy. It was nice.
That architecture. It's like it's what
nice out there.
Yeah. I was gonna say because it's like our architecture started like in the 1700s. Their architecture started back in like BC. Like dude, like they've been around forever.
Yeah, exactly. This shit. Nice.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So here's kind of another weird question. Drip check. Is this the drip we're going with? Is this the hair we're going with for the fight, or are we doing something different?
Yeah, I'll probably have it braided when I fight. But yeah, this is the hairstyle for life.
Okay, I like it. Always got to do something different. All right. So as I said earlier, on the blind bump is 5-0. As a degenerate gambler, I need something to gamble on. Should I take you by KO first round, or where should we take it? What's the prediction for the fight we got coming up?
I'll definitely go with the first round KO.
First round KO. All right.
Yeah.
Love to hear it, man. So that's all I got for you. If there's any sponsors you want to shout out, if there's anything else you want to shout out, my man, like go ahead.
Okay, I want to shout out my mom, Katara Johnson, my stepdad, Tony Jones. I want to give the biggest shout out to God, because that's why I believe myself. Because like he says, like if you're for God, who can stand against you, And that's just the way I'm coming in. I just know God's on my side in this journey, and like people are gonna see that when they see the kind of performance that I have, that God is real, because it's gonna be a movie, and I promise that. Like I've been working so hard, like I can't wait to show the fans. Shout out to you guys too, and I'm gonna make history. That's what I'm here to do.
Hell yeah, you got the second chance. So I mean, God's so far there. You got the chance. Exactly. So for me, for Terrance, we're out. Peace.
Stay blessed, brother. Good meeting you.